So today we just learned 3 new facts about Michael Cohen. First of all, his own former attorney don't like him. He just revealed 3 things. 1, Michael Cohen didn't actually believe that Stormy Daniels' allegations were true. 2, Cohen also paid Stormy Daniels all on his own. 3, President Trump had nothing to do with it. We finna find that out. Watch this.
There was money missing from the Trump inauguration.
Yes. I see where you are now. Thank you.
Okay, and then on the next page, into that first paragraph, Cohen decided that while he didn't believe the allegation of the Stormy Daniels story, that he thought the story would be embarrassing for Trump and especially for Melania, so he decided he would take care of it himself.
Absolutely, and that is contrary to what this guy testified to in court in New York yesterday.
Well, and what's not being talked about is your next paragraph, like the reason and his motivation for that. So if you could just kind of walk through that for the committee.
Yeah, obviously, when we started to talk about the NDAs, and this is the very first meeting at the Regency Hotel, when, by the way, Rudy Giuliani was not involved in representing Donald Trump at that time. Cohen testified that it was a conspiracy between Giuliani and Costello as of this date. Totally false. In any event, he also said that he didn't discuss the Stormy Daniels matter with us, and he certainly did. I specifically asked him because he kept on going back saying, I can't believe they're trying to put me in jail for these NDAs. So I said, Michael, tell me about the NDA. Tell me about Stormy Daniels. What did you do? He said, I got a call from a lawyer representing Stormy Daniels who represented that she was going to testify that Donald Trump had sex with Stormy Daniels. Michael Cohen said, I didn't believe the allegation, but I knew that such an allegation would be terribly embarrassing. He said it would be embarrassing. He focused on Melania Trump. He said, I didn't want to embarrass Melania Trump. He said, that's why I decided to take care of this on my own. Right. I went back to that several times. You did this on your own? On my own. Did Donald Trump have anything to do with it? No. Did you get the money from Donald Trump? No. From any of his organizations? No. From anybody connected to Donald Trump? No. Where did you get the money? I took out a HELOC loan against my property. I said, why would you do that? He said, I didn't want anybody to know where I got this money. I didn't want Melania to know. I didn't want my own wife to know because she's in charge, he said, of the Cohen family finances. He said, if she saw money coming out of my account, she'd ask me 100 questions, and I didn't want to answer any of them. Wow. It was clear after talking to him for several days after that, whenever we talked on the phone or in my office, that he kept on bringing up the subject that he felt he was betrayed by not being brought down to Washington, D.C. This guy thought, he said to me, that he should have been Attorney General of the United States, or at least the chief assistant to the president. Ludicrous, but that's what he thought. And he was very angry about that. He wanted to do something to put himself back into the inner circle of Donald Trump. That's why he took care of this on his own. There had to be a motivation. Michael Cohen is always working for things that benefit himself. And that's what he was doing here. That's completely different to what he said that he told the grand jury. That's completely different to what he's testifying to in New York. Nobody has heard this side of the equation.
Right.
Man, y'all still believe, man, Cohen? Y'all still think that he's a credible witness to take down Donald Trump? Y'all don't see the motivation, the motives? I'm not saying I support infidelity at all. I don't agree with everything Donald Trump does. I'm pretty sure I never will. I never 100% agree with anybody on this earth, I'm pretty sure. You know, that'd be a rare coincidence. But anyhow, this man, he all type of wrong, bro. All type of wrong. First of all, this money is not connected to Donald Trump whatsoever, so why is there a case? Why is there a case? That's all I'm asking. Why is there a case if this money didn't come from Donald Trump, wasn't ordered by Donald Trump, and none of that? Like, you see what I'm saying? And on top of that, the motives is sickening. You literally are going after this fraud case because you feel like it'd be a good way to really paint Trump as a bad guy, even though you didn't believe the allegations at all. Bro, that's crooked in itself, bro. Like, that's actually evil right there, to sit there and demean somebody off a payday. Like, and on top of that, your reputation is that of a liar. I'm not sure really what you gonna have after this whole Trump ordeal is over with. Honestly, I don't know what he has set forth for him Ain't no tell-all book. Don't nobody want to hear. Don't nobody. He even tried to pitch a TV show about taking down Trump. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see it. My question is this video gonna be seen by the jury? Is the jury gonna be? They're gonna be able to submit this thing right here? Because I'm telling you, they see this. I'll be over there like, oh, guilty. That man ain't guilty. Well, no, not Trump, that is, but he's guilty. Michael Cohen is guilty of lying. But I don't think they need even to see this clip to realize that. And then on top of that, as somebody pointed out, this is the contradiction from hell. If Michael Cohen didn't believe Stormy Daniels' story, then why did he pay her to keep quiet? That's very, whoa. Out of the goodness of his heart, I suppose. You know, when people usually use the phrase, you know, Lord be my witness, we need him to be a witness on the next court date. For real. Lord, you know, you present all the time. You know what I'm saying? We need you to sing your boy, though. You know what I mean? To say that same story. Because he ain't saying it loud enough for the jury to be able to hear. He need to go ahead and scream that thing the way it make it through all their timelines and finally into court. And of course, cue the dramatics. Out of nowhere, Stormy Daniels' husband comes into play. I don't know who this man is, what his name is, none of that. None of that, but I can tell you a lot about him by, you know, his choice. Anywho, oh, y'all remember when everybody kept talking like, I'm gonna lead a country if Trump wins, if Trump yada yada. Stormy Daniels' husband says that if Trump is not found guilty, then there's a good chance that Will, meaning him, the husband of Stormy Daniels, and Stormy Daniels will be vacating the country. All the more, in Charlie Kirk wrote right out of that, all the more reason to care about the outcome of this case. Let's check this out.
But when you and Stormy have had a chance to talk about this since she testified, have you discussed what happens when you talk about her trying to get on with her life if Trump is found not guilty?
If Trump is found not guilty, I think there's either way, I don't think it gets better for her. You know, I think if it's not guilty, we got to decide what to do. Good chance we'll probably vacate this country. If he is found guilty, that she's still gonna have to deal with all the hate that feel like she's the reason that he's guilty from all of his followers. So I don't see it as a win situation either way. You know, I know that we would like to get on with our lives. I know that she wants to move past this. We just want to do what I guess you would say normal people get to do in some aspects. But I don't know if that ever will be, you know, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Some of the things that she has to go through that people don't realize, you know,
First of all, I don't condone bullying at all. Y'all know that. I took down videos just because some of y'all went to other people's videos and left comments or whatever on other platforms. And very rarely have I seen this, but the one time I recently that I noticed it, immediately took the video down. It ain't worth it. The money, the views, it ain't worth that, bro. It's just not. I don't believe in harassment. I do believe in the First Amendment, you being able to, you know, vocalize your opinion. And on top of that, I believe if you're going to sit here and go after somebody like Trump, you got to be prepared for what comes with it. That's just what it is. You literally signed up for this. And on top of that, hey, hubby, you seen this clip of wifey?
But you say it's not a Me Too case.
It is not a Me Too case. I mean, I wasn't assaulted. I wasn't attacked or raped or coerced or blackmailed. They tried to shove me in the Me Too box to further their own agenda. And first of all, I didn't want to be part of that because it's not the truth, and I'm not a victim in that regard.
Bro, we got her in 4K. Obviously, you had to watch it in chipmunk fashion, copyright reasons, but you know, just a little clip right there. You know, you heard it though. I'm pretty sure you heard every word clearly. That woman said, hey man, ain't no nothing improper happened, but now she says she don't remember anything. Somebody who literally does the nasty for a living, you somehow gets ready to do the nasty with somebody and all of a sudden black out. Not from drugs, not from no liquor, not from none of that. Then from what? Or anything at all. By the way all this is playing out, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels actually got something going on that we don't know about and somehow trying to use this as a play to, I'm just saying, hey, nothing's off the table with Cohen. And at this point, I'm still not actually sure what Trump is actually being charged with. We got this tweet here from Donald J. Trump Jr. Donald J. Trump Jr. My fault, y'all. If fumbling the play. If we didn't live in a banana republic, this would be a totally disqualifying conflict. Conflict that he's speaking of is Rep. Hageman just called out Rep. Dan Goldman for preparing Michael Cohen in the Trump hush money trial, despite paying Judge Merchant's daughter's firm over $150,000, y'all. Woo! Check this out.
We'll go to the gentlelady from Wyoming, then the gentleman from Florida.
Mr. Chair, I'd ask
Thank you.
unanimous consent.
Excuse me, this is, oh.
I'll get you as soon as we go after this thing. Just
Okay.
unanimous consent? Are you
Yes,
gonna-
just unanimous consent to enter the mandate for leadership.
Without objection. Without objection. The
Thank-
gentlelady from Wyoming is recognized.
Well, thank you. And if it seems like there might be a dog in this hunt on the other side, what you need to understand is that Mr. Goldman, the novice representative from New York, actually does have a personal stake in this case. He has stated that he has been involved with the Bragg case, helping to prepare Mr. Cohen for his testimony. So he is quite closely aligned with an admitted and convicted liar and perjurer. He's also paid the Judge Merchant's daughter's firm over $150,000 for her services. So I think we've got quite a conflict of interest from Mr. Dan Goldman, the novice representative from New York. And just one other thing to keep in mind when considering the hostility from the folks on the other side of this aisle is that the ranking member of this
Mr. Chair, I would move
committee
to have that
was Jeffrey
stricken from the record,
Epstein's
to have
fixer.
that phrase taken down.
The ranking member was Jeffrey Epstein's fixer. So I think that might give you
Excuse
some
me,
idea of
I
why
would
you
ask
see this
that-
hostility.
Hang on.
Statements be
Gentlelady,
taken down.
gentlelady, the
to
ranking
Mr.
member is
Goldman.
recognized.
I would ask that the statements regarding the conflict of interest related to Mr. Goldman be stricken down from the record. Engaging in personal personalities.
In your
on this
14-minute and 14-second opening statement, you called the former president, current candidate for the office of president of the United States, all kinds of names. I think
He's not a member of this
I understand
committee.
he's not a member, but
And
he's
that's what I'm
still
asking
a former
you related
president.
to.
What I'm saying is we should
I'm
all be
related
careful
to
about it.
our
I think the
member.
gentlelady from Wyoming was just stating facts that are in the news report.
She accused him of a conflict of interest on the committee during the hearing. I ask that that be stricken down.
Gentlelady's point of order is overruled the gentlelady.
What y'all want me to say? First of all, Banana Republic, that means politically unstable country. That's, the Bing definition. But honestly, what else could I say? After watching that clip, case closed.